hope that you guys have been having a super great day, morning so far, or day, depending on when you click on this video. But I just wanted to share some things. This will be the first of many videos, that I'll be sharing with you guys. Being an artist and, being a friend, being somebody's significant other, all those things seem to be very interestingly hard sometimes. And for me, I would say the past couple of weeks, I have been experiencing some major, my feelings have been getting hurt a lot. Whether it's, somebody saying that, oh, I don't feel like your sound is good for my venue, so they don't book you, or, people don't like don't like your music, period, or, putting out a lot of feelers as an artist and nobody responding, different things like that can really kind of take a toll on a person's, ability to function sometimes, because you have so many no's, you know what I mean? And then also, friends and family, I am a person that I do see the best in people first, and I'm always, I always want to run to help. I don't want people to suffer. So I'm always, if you're closely connected to me, if you are, a close friend, and I pray for, some of my closest friends daily, I often can feel, because we're spiritual beings first, I can often feel when somebody's having, they'll, if they stir up in my spirit real heavy, I'll hit them up. I'm not the type of person to call people every day, but if you're in my heart, you're in my spirit, I'm gonna hit you up, and just be like, yo, you good, or whatever like that. I do the same with my family, and sometimes, people just don't respond well to that. And when it comes to, those various aspects, and then other things where you think that you and this person are cool and y'all have a deep relationship, and then you find out later on that, oh, they don't see you that way. They just see you as an associate or whatever. And with, you compound that with your own personal stuff, and sometimes that can bring a person down and, make you feel like, whoa, majorly heavy. And I'm sharing this to say that I just recently put up a post about perception, and how sometimes we can perceive things with our eyes, but that may not be reality. And that's why I go back to us being spiritual beings, because we may see it with our eyes, but are we discerning the situation correctly? And what I realize as an artist is that lately I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and watching a lot of artist interviews, where some of them have been hustling for 10, 15, 20 years before they blew up, before their opportunities came. I look, I look at Lizzo and even Rick Ross, that's my boo. But he just did a interview, and maybe a week or two ago, and he said, man, I have been doing this for so long before anybody hit me, before I blew up, before people knew me as Rick Ross. I was sleeping on couches, I was writing for people, he was really doing a lot of different things just to kind of be connected. And that really kind of encouraged me and let me know that, hey girl, you know, it's gonna happen, just keep working, keep pushing, you know, keep going. And you know, and the same with, you know, my personal relationships with people, that, you know, what I realized was, you know, they are not responsible for how I feel, and I'm not responsible for how they feel. And meaning, you know, if I deem the relationship more important than that person deems the relationship. Or maybe, you know, I want to take them out for lunch and they don't want to go to lunch with me, you know, that day or whatever. You know, learning how not to take it personally and how not to feel rejected, but just to say, you know what, hey, this is the situation, and I need to, you know, feel whatever that emotion is and just continue to move on, and not allow emotions personally or professionally to dictate how I function as a human being. And so I'm saying this to say to you guys, you know, you're like, what is this all about? Well, you know, hopefully this is I'm hoping this is the beginning of, you know, my alien, I think I'm going to call it Alien Living, you know, for the week. And this is what when I call people and myself aliens, it means authentically living, intrinsically evolving naturally. And that all of those words, if you look them up, every single one of them represents, in short words, living out your truth. Meaning being okay even if the truth hurts, even if you feel not so good at that moment. But the evolving part is when you can accept it and just continue to move forward. You know, and sometimes when we hold on to grudges, when we hold on to unforgiveness, that can stunt our growth in a lot of ways. It can push us, it can put us in a holding pattern, you know, or whatever. But I know for me, I had not been living in my truth, because I would not feel the emotion. I would just say, okay, and then move on from it. So, you know, like, so if a friend said something that I really didn't like and my feelings were hurt, I would change the subject to lighten up the load, because, or, you know, the next day call that person, because I would be wanting, you know, to just get over it real quick. But what I have realized is that I have every right to be offended. And so, you know, a lot of times lately I have been saying to people, no, that hurt my feelings when you said that. You know, I didn't like the way you spoke to me at that moment. Or even just saying I don't agree with you. Because for a lot of my life, I became an agreeable person, because I didn't want those people to not like me. I didn't want those people to approve of me. But over the past year, I would say year and a half, through therapy, I'm an encourager of therapy, I realized that it is okay, you know, for me to say, you hurt my feelings, so right now I don't want to deal with you. You know, or whatever. Or right now you hurt my feelings, let's talk about it, you know, or whatever. And I realize that I too have rights in relationships. But that's a part of, again, evolving. Now I'm hoping that I want to be able to do, you know, talks like this, you know, once a week, just kind of sharing thoughts. If you guys have ideas for topics, you know, please let me know. Again, MJbaker. And this is the first Alien Living talk. And remember to be authentic, live intrinsically, which means being unique, and evolve naturally. So once we accept our truths, we will evolve naturally. It just happens. Truth leads to freedom, and through freedom you change, you evolve. So I hope you guys have a great week, and love you much.